How did you not see that we were running out of fuel?
Twin turbo 6. Having fun. I regret nothing. I'd do it again.
No cell reception, no water.
I know. No water. But we have this.
James, we've been over this. You don't prepare your own pee. I know Bear Grylls drinks pee. You only drink your pee if you have to. You don't bring it. You bring water.
I know. This isn't my pee.
Oh, what is it?
It's someone else's. That makes it okay. It's warm though. What? I'll share it with you. It's fine.
Oh my God. You're watching Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
And this, oh my God, is the Bronco Raptor.
Palm Springs, a literal oasis in the middle of the scorching California desert. It's a resort town, home to good food, weird art, and things that James has never even seen before. Needless to say, we blended in flawlessly, and when in America, we do as the Americans do. So we grabbed an incredibly capable, over-specialized, gas-guzzling SUV and drove around town at 10 miles per hour in it. In this case, the new Bronco Raptor. A lifted, widened, stiffened off-road racing version of the Bronco. With a twin-turbo V6 and Fox Racing suspension, it was more than adequate to try to find James an iced latte.
However, it became apparent very quickly that the Palm Springs heat was going to become an issue, and the Bronco Raptor, even though it had an excellent ride and great visibility and was a cinch to pilot around town, was having a hard time keeping me cool in the back seat. It only had vents in the front. But forget about me, I was worried about our cameraman Karston, who was destined to spend the next day running around on the outside of the car. So we stopped at one of a bazillion hat stores in Palm Springs, and he picked out a hat that perfectly personified the phrase, function over form.
With that taken care of, it was clear that as a mall crawler, the Raptor works. But from there, we headed into the real desert with one big question in mind. Is the Bronco Raptor as capable as it looks? Or is it just another faceless baby?
A what?
Shh, we got footage of them. I had to get it in somehow.
And if you're new to Throttle House, we do car reviews, track tests, and quite a lot of messing about. So subscribe, hit the bell.
This is so cool. Woo! Oh my God, where's the cameraman?
This is it. This is our life now.
This is our life now.
We live in a dust cloud. So you can do that in a Bronco on these surfaces. But this is, it's just better. It's just a notch.
This is a bit better. All right, I'm in Baja mode, and I have 4 high selected, which is the default. Now, Baja mode in this is different than the Baja mode in the regular Bronco.
Yes.
Everything is calibrated differently. But the suspension, which is those crazy Fox shocks, is just letting the car float over these bumps.
And I think that's the big part of the Raptor equation. So not only do we have the crazy suspension, we've got 418 horsepower, we've got 440 pound-feet of torque.
Baja mode also sharpens up the shifts, but I like shifting manually because the transmission is really good. And, you hear that?
That sounds me. It doesn't have the same trumpet.
It doesn't have the same trumpet loop as the F-150 Raptor.
I feel like it's a trombone.
Trombone, maybe.
Tromboner.
I don't know. Trumpets have loops.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't have the same kind of like V6, like VQ wail that I can hear.
But it has its own flavour.
It
and
does.
It's still loud. Yeah, so there's no manual option for the Raptor. It only comes in the 10-speed.
Yeah.
And the 4-door. We've got some fat tyres, 37 inches as standard.
I just can't believe that we haven't bottomed out yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculous.
So today, we've entered the desert. We're going to do some rock crawling in a bit.
Yeah.
Which is where the Bronco succeeds over the F-150, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because then the shorter wheelbase.
Shorter wheelbase.
Yeah, it's a rock crawler if you want it. The question is, do you need it?
No, because this is all I want to do. This is the most fun.
Just sand and
Just riffing across an ancient lake bed. Coolest stuff ever, man. That engine, though, it is just really good. It just rips right to the red line. It's actually in Baja mode, it has an anti-lag system, so it keeps the turbo spooled. Oh man, this is just a weapon out here. I love it. I could do this all day.
It feels wide on the road.
It does,
but
but
now we have a desert. So if you have a desert in your backyard, go drive.
Get a Bronco.
Yeah.
Should we go off-roading?
The one where you have to go slow and be really careful and have anxiety through the roof?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as any serious balls to the wall rock crawler does, we donned some super cool helmets. They were definitely not required by Ford's insurance department, totally our choice. And then we hit the trails.
All right. It's starting to get a bit real.
You know what? I'm glad, because I'm tired of when we do off-road reviews and everyone says, that's my driveway.
That's my drive. That's how I get to work in my Cavalier.
You're hardcore if this is your driveway. And
Yeah,
you're not
seriously.
hardcore unless you live hardcore.
And the legend of the Rent was way hardcore.
Well, the Rent is very hardcore,
Yeah.
actually.
So we're in off-road mode. We have the rear diff locked. The front sway bar is disconnected. Whoa.
I'll just take it, though. It can just take it. Oh, this is quite the hill here.
Yeah, we've got some, we're running 21 PSI, 21, 22 PSI in the tires. You could do it. You could do it. I believe in you.
Is it
All right,
doing
we're
that?
going to lock the front diff.
Okay, we've locked the front.
Lock the front
now
diff.
this is the equivalent of putting your hat back.
Yeah. There we go. You got it. You got it. Nice. Who's the first person to be like, you know what? I'm going to drive up that. Ooh.
Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. That didn't sound like a good bang.
No, that's okay. Bangs happen.
You banged, not in college, not for me. Okay. This feels good. Ooh.
We may have broken the car.
No, we're good. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
That's a good noise.
Oh,
That's a good noise.
not my car, not my blood.
That's okay. That's okay. That's what they're for. That's what those are for. They're called skid plates.
Yeah.
They're not called like banana plates.
No,
right?
that's oh. Okay. Imagine, this is why.
All right, hold on. I'm just gonna, if you don't mind. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna just see what you broke.
No, I haven't broken anything.
Nope. Okay. Oh yeah, that's steel. That's what those are for, right? We're good. We're good. No fluids leaking. That's really all that matters. Okay.
Don't forget, it's Ford built tough.
Ford built tough. Now it's built rough, as you say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that you don't expect to account for is because the traction is the surface is loose, you end up sliding into somewhere you didn't plan to go.
Yep.
Even with these 37-inch tires.
That is the name of the game. Yeah, we can see here. That's good. This is actually a very helpful screen.
Very helpful.
Yeah,
I
you
should
got
have-
it.
I
No,
should have
no,
looked
you
at
got
it.
it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Keep rolling. Keep rolling forward. Keep rolling
So
forward.
it tells you exactly where your tires are
Yeah,
going to go.
no, that looks good.
I could have done with that a minute ago. This is actually invaluable, this screen. For
It's
when
yeah.
you pitch up high and
Yeah.
you can no longer see what your wheels are doing, I actually have to look at this.
Yeah, 100%.
So in this 4 low, there's so much torque that barely feathering the throttle for any of this.
And it just rolls up, right?
It feels like, yeah, exactly. It feels like it's rolling up.
This is not a small angle, if I'm being honest. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. This feels normal to me. This is actually my driveway. This is what it.
They can take the lean. It's like being in a Citroen 2CV.
Around a corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, is a Bronco Raptor idiot-proof?
No.
Oh,
Well, we broke the car. You broke the car.
no, it didn't.
You did.
No, it's built tough. Yeah, you know, if you don't come away from the day with something like this, in the off-road community, you wouldn't know, but in the off-road community, this is actually a mark of graduation. It's like a chevron. I'm now a corporal.
That's the equivalent of a boo-boo on your pinky finger.
Yeah. But is that a good thing?
Having mocked him enough, James put me in the driver's seat, but neither of us knew how much it was all about to intensify. So much so that partway through, we actually had to switch to a Bronco Raptor that Ford was willing to sacrifice.
Remember, you got to do all this without one bump. Your budget is one bump, one scrape.
One bump, one scrape.
But like one big bang.
Yeah.
Let's be real, that's what happened.
Okay, I'll be honest. I don't really know how to navigate what I'm doing right now.
You know what I'm missing right now?
What are you missing?
A grab handle here.
Yes, very much. I did notice that.
Like my head's banging, I've got no way to stay. There's these two here,
Yeah.
but now I'm leaning forward.
Then you're leaning forward. It's not comfortable.
This is a bit too intense.
Yeah, you're right. There needs to be a grab handle up here. That was
Yeah.
a huge mistake. Rock crawling is about choices and commitment.
It's a metaphor for life.
Yeah.
It's also about, you know, taking it slow and steady.
Yeah. No, 100%. This does appear to be a bit of a drop.
Yeah.
Whoop. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
That's not. That's steep.
that's steep.
That's steep.
It can take it. I'm very grateful for steering, for seatbelt locks
Yep.
right now. Yeah, I can honestly say I've never done anything quite like this one.
Nope, me neither. Oh, that's a tire. That's okay.
fine. Okay.
That's okay.
All right, okay.
Okay. Yeah, step. Poop.
That's a poop.
Pooing.
And then when you're done, you say, that was easy.
That was easy.
That was easy.
That was easy.
And you breathe a sigh of relief.
Okay.
That's
It was
a
supposed to
bang.
be over. It was
That's
supposed to be over.
One bang.
Yeah.
You got one scrape left.
I got a scrape left. Yeah.
It has intensified. I feel like we need to increase your budget a bit.
Yeah. Well,
Is that a scrape or a bang?
that was more all of the above.
All right, so you've used the budget at the very beginning.
My words were few because my focus was high. Every ounce of my attention was going to keeping rubber as the only thing touching the boulders, because as any experienced rock crawler knows, the one thing that you don't want to do is hit the rear differential off a rock. You must protect it at all costs. It's the beating heart of the driveline.
Gotta go over a boulder.
Yeah, you're on a giant boulder right now. Giant boulder. Ooh, that was a bang.
That one. No, that wasn't.
That was a bang.
That was just a clap.
Suburbs of England did not prepare me for this. That's a bang. Is this one long scrape or is this like
This is long.
in Lord of the Rings? It only
Yeah.
counts as one. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's about 17 that's happened. That was a bang.
Saw that coming.
That was a big bang. You look surprised that you did that.
Yeah, he did look surprised. I did that right. Yeah.
He was like, I think you came away relatively unscathed there.
All things considered, yeah. There's no fluids leaking out. That's really all that matters in the end. Well, that was a bit of an afternoon.
That got pretty hairy there.
Um,
I thought you were going to destroy the car on those boulders. I thought that even just the amount of scrapes you did were pretty...
so hot out here. Holy crap.
Well, in the desert.
Yeah.
In the summer.
In the summer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, honestly, there was a few moments where I was like, I'm actually not going to get up this.
No, it didn't make
Like,
sense.
we're just going to have to, we're going to bring a chopper in and we're going to airlift the Bronco out of this hole that I've put it in.
But it can do it.
It did do it amazingly.
It did everything we put it through today.
Yeah.
I think the only few things that we kind of clashed with was the 10-speed wasn't always doing what we wanted it to do.
No, but then if you shift manually, even when you're off-roading,
Yeah.
then it's perfect,
Yeah.
right? And out here on the plains, when you're ripping it, it's great.
It's so wide.
It is wide. So like this bit here, right? This whole section and the fender flare is unique to the Raptor. And obviously a whole assortment of skid plates, which were genuinely, oh, and this bit here too. And we have been assured by Ford that every single vent that you see is completely functional.
Completely functional.
And I'm inclined to believe them
You know,
because
there is a lot of function happening though.
with all the lights on, like all the accessory lights that they've added specifically for this particular version of it, are like all just look so cool when they're lit up. It is so wide though.
Yeah, on the road.
Like
it feels
it's a whole
big.
like walk to the other side of the Bronco. I bet you a two-door Raptor would be pretty cool looking.
If only.
Yeah.
If they make it, because the Defenders come out, they've
Yeah.
got the V8.
Yeah.
If they made a 2-door Predator engined
Ooh.
Raptor R,
That would be a very hairy truck, SUV.
I would only more crawl with it.
You would only you would
I'd put the window down and be like, you don't even know what this can do.
Yeah, yeah.
Neither do I, but you don't.
This is quite a fantastic machine. They've done a really good job putting it together, and I really dig it.
I will say that the normal Bronco is quite capable.
It is very capable, but I have a feeling there may have been a couple moments today, like maybe when we were like flat out in third gear and going off jumps, that maybe because of the fog shocks
and the rock
stuff.
crawling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that, it's got 1.6 inch more clearance than a Sasquatch, like
Yeah.
almost 5 inches more than a normal Bronco.
Want to go look at the inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So inside,
It's broadly the same.
it's broadly the same.
Yeah.
New marker though.
Noon marker, different steering wheel. It's a bit beefier.
It says
Right.
Raptor on it.
It says Raptor on it. And there's also a little R button right here, which you can like preset modes.
Yes.
Right? It's like the M button on a BMW.
It's mean, yeah.
There's nice little thumb bits here because you do have to keep your fingers outside of the thumb guards when you're off-roading. right?
Fingers outside the thumb.
Keep them right outside the thumb.
If you don't melt in the desert heat, you're not human.
Yeah, keep it outside the thumb, but within the toe.
I love the interior stuff going on here. This
Yeah.
kind of blue against the
I really like
orange.
the blue. I
Yeah.
really like the blue actually.
Listen, at the risk of sounding like a shill,
Yeah.
I think the Bronco branding has been like we've watched so many car brands try and reinvent models or bring them back.
Yeah.
I think everyone kind of agrees the Bronco smashed it. And
They did.
Like, what could they have done wrong with the Raptor? All they had to do was give it the Raptor treatment.
And they did. And they did.
And they did. And
perfectly.
there's little things it's allowed them to do here, like this
Yeah.
Ford Performance thing with the 3 lights there.
Yeah, exactly. It says Raptor right here. That's really cool. The seats say Raptor and they're suede. I don't know. I really like the interior of this car. I have very few gripes other than the lack of grab handles up here.
Yeah, so lack of grab handles here, and like even the Wrangler and the G-Wagon have that grab handle
up front
here.
there for the
Instead, we
passenger.
got the word Bronco. You know, I take back what I said. The branding's too strong. I don't care about
Just
the
10% less branding, 1% more grab handle.
Stick the word Bronco on a grab handle.
Yeah.
The amount of times Thomas was driving like a lunatic today, and I wanted to grab something in front of me, and that was all I had.
Yeah, or you this one down here, but then you got to lean forward in this weird way. It's honestly one of the only gripes I have. The other gripe I did have the first time I drove a Bronco was that the top was very creaky and squeaky.
Yes.
It does not appear to be doing the same thing. However, we've been beating the crap out of this car today.
Yeah. Also, this has that 50% extra stiffness because of all the.
Yep. So maybe the extra torsional rigidity
Yeah.
is helping keep the top from squeaking.
Very possibly.
I don't know, but otherwise, I think it's definitely worth saying that this top has not been that creaky, and we have been very, very, very hard on this car. Thank you, Ford, for facilitating.
That's what it's for, you know?
Yes.
But yeah, from the magnesium shift paddles to the
really
fact
like
that the engine start-stop looks like the lights on the front.
Yep. Infotainment's good. Climate control's easy to get along with.
Yeah.
And I like that there's a physical shifter here because I'll tell you what, I was using 99.9% of my brain power to do that rock crawling. to the point where
That's 50% of anyone else's brain power.
exactly. That's a lot. That's a lot for me. And you probably noticed I wasn't saying anything.
Yes.
And when the spotter was like, "Hey, you have to back up a little bit," I don't think I could have handled like an Acura push switch or a dial.
Oh yes, you could.
I think that this was necessary
No,
for me.
I agree. They've made very few mistakes in this cabin.
And the seats are comfortable, by the way. Like I will say, we've been sitting in them all day long.
All day.
And some pretty serious
Yeah,
bumps.
I've swum past so hard into them. They're basically made of me. If I'm 70% water, these seats are 70% me.
And even sitting here a lot.
Yeah.
So, as predicted, the Raptor formula, which we enjoyed so much on the F-150, translates seamlessly to the Bronco. It is the strawberry sauce on an already delicious vanilla ice cream. It's just missing the Predator engine sprinkles. It's as badass as it looks, and even though it can do all the rock crawling and desert Baja stuff, we find ourselves unable to blame people for just rocking around town in one.
Yeah, apart from its width, the Bronco Raptor is surprisingly unintimidating to drive. And for those brave enough to take their $70,000 shiny new Bronco off-roading, just know that it can handle many scrapes and bumps and the odd differential boulder teabagging sesh. Thanks for watching.
The great eye of Karston is ever watchful. Some say the buttons on his hat give him extra powers. He is both lady and tramp.